Yeah, it's not a dinosaur name
Have
either.
you seen C Spot Run?
Have I seen it? What?
What? It's a movie.
A movie? Isn't it a book? Like a kid's book? Like a picture book? There's no way they made a movie out of that.
Yeah,
That's too
it's a
much.
movie.
No.
Yeah. And it had the guy in it. Michael.
Christian Bale. C-Spot Run. Where is he? Stop running.
Why did you say her name?
Oh. Here we are, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Data Under the Sea. It is our Taiwanese Zerg in the red, playing for Onside Gaming. This is Rex.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the South Korean Protoss player himself representing Prep Esports. It is Classic.
Yes, and something that we didn't see in that last series, apart from this probe harassing this crab, oh my lord, is the probe harassing this natural, and the Zerg will not be allowed to take a base.
Oh, it will not be allowed. Oh, and Rex mistimed this a little bit, forced to make an additional drone here as he does go towards his unnatural natural.
Is it unnatural? I feel like Korean EPT Weekly. I would be kind of confused if I didn't see as a natural at the third.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Also, it was Michael Clark Duncan. There we go. Michael Clark Duncan. What do you mean?
Was I meant to guess that? Who the hell is that?
What do you mean? Oh my god, he's amazing.
Michael Duncan Clark who?
Michael Clark Duncan. Oh my god.
Michael who?
He was the guy in the Green Mile.
Michael Caine?
He's the guy who spit out all the bees.
You mean Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage, yeah, the Wicker Man.
Not the bees. The bees, not the bees.
Have you seen the Wicker Man?
No.
What have you seen, Asher? What have you seen? What can we, other than Sea Spot
The Little
Run?
Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride.
Not Fast and Furious.
I have not seen Corpse Bride. I've not.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that like is that like Too Fast, Too Furious, but like Halloween?
Yeah, kind of. I feel like it's a bit of a spiritual sequel to Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We just see his probe being harassed away, and it looks like the natural will finally be taken as the third, and we're seeing a very standard game coming out from these two players. I say that, but we're not seeing a Stargate coming out from our Protoss player, not even seeing a Twilight Council. We're actually seeing a Robo first, and this is, yeah, something that we've seen a few players like Creator players that like to be a little bit more cheeky with their openings going for.
Yeah, so a very, very different opener here from Classic. Is going to be going for that Stalker as well to try and shut down the vision and stop the free scout from Rex. So I'm a little bit concerned here. We do have a second Overlord looking to go into the main base though, so Rex should be able to get eyes on this Robo.
Yeah, and there we go. We do see the Robobag going down as well. So looks like this is going to be that style that we've been seeing a little bit more lately from the Protoss players with the Disruptor drops.
Colossus drop.
Oh, you think so?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
I would love it. I would love it if Classic were to meme it up. But no, yeah, you're right. You know, it should be the Disruptor drop. Obviously, like, this is going to set you back a little bit tech-wise, and it kind of puts a lot of pressure on the Protoss to make this worth it, deal some damage, and also keep Rex at home. So I'm really curious to see how Rex is going to respond to this. There are multiple ways. There are even some Zerg players that attempt to go into Aspire to try and shut this down as well.
Yeah, I could see why Mutas would be a good response to this. At the same time, I think this is good planning for this series coming out from Classic. Rex is a player that likes to play very standard and sit back a little bit until the mid game. So an opening like this that can put the momentum on your side as the Protoss can be a good way to take control of the game.
Oh, it really can be. And the Overlord dips in,
You're right.
does confirm the scout. There is a Colossus, so this is interesting. We did have a disruptor. We were both right. Yeah, let's share the credit here. So we had a disruptor first, but only a single disruptor. Usually when we commit to a disruptor drop, we wait for two just so we can get like optimal, usage out of this War Prism, and we can snuggle in close inside. But no, he goes 1 and 1.
Yeah, it is nice. They can kind of keep each other warm there, but looks like the pull was a tiny bit late. We're going to be seeing 5 drones going down, but at the same time, with this opening, as we were talking about before, you're so delayed with your economy, so delayed with your tech as well. You can afford, as the Zerg, to lose a few units here and there.
We really can, but I really like this as well from Classic. Now it's all coming together and it all makes sense. If it was a double disruptor drop, then these Lings from Rex would 100% deny this third base. But because we have a Colossus, the Lings really can't do anything here.
Yeah, they are just being denied any entry here, but I'm not quite sure. I didn't quite get a look at that Overload. Is that a Dropper Load or an Overseer that got morphed there? A Dropper Load. Interesting.
Oh my god. And so, another great move from Rex instead. So one, he can't do any damage at the third base, so immediately he morphs in a Dropper Lord instead. He wants to make use of these Lings.
Slow Dropper Lord. It's incredible. Yeah, we do see this spotter. Pylon does its work, is going to be soaking up the surprise there, but the Disruptor coming out at the same time, only going to get 2 this time. Very good queen position coming out from Rex. Almost takes out that War Prism with the Disruptor in it.
Oh, almost takes down that War Prism indeed. There's still a little bit of HP left here. We'll see if Classic's going to regen those shields and try and go in again, or just recall from here. Probably be a little bit wiser to recall. Meanwhile, Lings somehow slip into the main base. We get a full scout. The drop did get cleaned up, and yeah, we just have continued Colossi production.
Yeah, good scout there coming out from Rex, and we can see, as you were talking about, he has opted, in fact, to go for the Spire. So we're seeing the first few mutas coming down here, but Classic has gotten a timing for himself and is starting to move across the map, so might be able to punish Rex for a little bit of greed going straight into those mutas.
Yeah, that's the scary thing here. Mutas, as you were saying, is quite greedy. Bearing in mind, there is no blink with this army, so we don't have the most mobile of anti-air, but we still have anti-air. We have the War Prism. It managed to survive somehow. Another warping of Stalkers, and Rex, he can't really engage here.
Yeah, this is hitting at 7 minutes. This is a terrifying timing coming out from Classic. Very nice micro there. Does manage to save all of those sentries from the incoming vials, and good disruptor shots coming out too.
Yeah, exactly. Enough roaches have gone down. This base has been broken. At the same time, Rex has to go across the map with these mutas. He will be dealing some counter damage, but is it going to be enough? Because Classic will not be stopped.
Yeah, things are getting pretty crazy here now at the front, but this army for Classic is absolutely huge, and these disruptors have so much potential.
Yeah, even zoning is going to be good enough here as Rex is cut off from the outside world. We have a couple more force fields being thrown down. Another Nova goes off, connects, and there are 0 Ravagers left.
Yeah, there's a good pile coming out from Rex, taking out some of the sentries, but even better disruptor shot coming out from Classic, and I don't know how he's going to be able to hold this off.
Yeah, exactly. The hold doesn't seem to be possible here. Meanwhile, across the map, the mutas, it looks like they've been cleaned up as well. They weren't able to deal that equalizing damage at all. The queens have fallen, the roaches have fallen, GG gets called, and Classic takes the first game.
GG. Classic with a very clean timing coming out there to take down Rex. Just catching and being a little bit greedy with that meter response, and just a very well prepared build all around.
Oh, GG, well played. Oh my god, I do apologize. Just realized as well. I just wanted to show everyone Rufus.
You just you saw the castaway beard and you're like, no one needs to see that.
I was like everyone, we just want to see the fluffy, majestic creature that is Rufio. But thank you. Yes, Asher is here as well. He's not just the owner of a cat. He's also his own human being.
And the owner of a face as well.
He owns the face as well. We're getting into game number 2. And as you were saying, at the very start of game 1, I really love the way that our Protoss player is kind of laying out the foundation and playing out the series overall.
Yeah, for sure. But not to be put off by a 1-0 deficit. This is our Taiwanese Zerg in the bottom left-hand corner in the red, playing for On-Side Gaming. This is Rex.
Oh,
1 minute. Oh my.
Oh.
I actually got a food delivery outside, so I might just bring that inside because it's a bit warm outside.
Go for
I'll be right back.
it. I was gonna say, is Classic did like Uber Eats knock on the door? Is he gonna get some food? No, it was actually Asher getting Uber Eats on his side instead, getting some food as well. I'm sure he'll let us know what he gets when he rejoins us. Hi. But yeah, well, welcome everyone. Welcome in the chat. I knew that AsherBro was a cat. Oh, okay. Hello, Musty. Hello, Daunted as well. Welcome everyone. Welcome Cog in the chat. Hope everyone has been enjoying themselves as we get underway here with our broadcast. Oh, and as we get underway, welcome back, Asher.
Oh, it's so nice outside. Summer's coming. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Never
awful.
thought I'd see the day.
It's awful. There's gonna be this. It's hot outside. Oh my god, we can't.
You weren't gonna go outside anyway.
True. And speaking of not going outside, spawning in the top right hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Prep Esports. It is Classic.
I know how it is. You're like, I went outside once, got COVID, never doing that shit again.
Never again, Papi. I've learned my lesson, okay? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, never be fooled again.
Oh, I see. And yet you continue to play Zerg.
I continue to play Zerg, Papi. Ah.
What a fool.
Oh god. But the most important question. What did you get to eat?
Oh, it's my meals for the week. I get some meal prep.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, who are you with?
My muscle chef.
Oh, I've never heard of that before, but
It's quite good. It's like actual food, which is pretty rare for those things.
it's edible cuisine, Papi. It's crazy. Like I don't have to cover it in sauce. It's amazing. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've gotten a few before. Wow, I'm just doing an ad for my muscle chef now. I've gotten a few before where they're like clearly frozen food, and you heat it back up, and you're like, I'm not really sure if this was ever food. It's just kind of like a food icy pole that you deep frost. Yeah, it's like actual fresh food. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go. Muscle eaten fresh. Muscle chef and fresh.
Use code CranKy Ducklings for 20%
Contact us.
Coming soon.
As we gave you a free hat, and we can give you more free hats without having you pay us. Oh god.
Please give us money.
Aye.
As we see, once again, the robo.
Yeah, interesting here. Maybe some mind games come into play. Classic's like, there's no way he thinks I do it 2 games in a row, right?
Yeah, or maybe he just has a little bit of a different continuation. Or at the same time, I know a lot of these pro players kind of have this attitude where if something works once, they're just going to keep doing it until you show that you know how to defend it. If they're not happy with your response, they're just going to abuse it. They're brutal. They're savage.
Wrecked.
Yes.
I agree. So this is the scary thing here about Classic's opener, right? Is that usually we do see a double disruptor opening, and I did want to quickly touch on that last game. Because we saw such a faster Colossi instead of a second disruptor, I do think that it was a mistake to go into a Spire. Clearly, like a ground push was going to be coming a lot sooner, and mutas don't really work against that. If the game was a little bit more macro oriented, then 100% that's what you want. And I think that Rex may have fallen into that trap that Classic laid. Now I think he's going to be a little bit wiser to it, but now would be a good time for Classic to maybe commit and get 2 disruptors.
Yeah, that makes sense. That logic sounds pretty good to me. I think you're ready to be a Protoss player.
Oh no. Aye. Look, but we need more Zergs out there. We're becoming extinct. Did you see? I think Raynor and Cyril lost in the group stage of the Africa Champions Cup. Mate,
We don't need to talk about the results of that tournament. No.
I'm
Don't worry about it.
Ah!
There might be 3 Terrans in the top 4.
Of course there are. What do you mean? It's the you're on some. The
Oh, you're right.
He's doing it. Ah!
Oh, you're so smart, Light. He actually cancelled the Colossus, and he was like, Light is right. Maybe the 2-minute delay kicked in.
I'm in the brain of the Protoss, Bucky. I know.
Oh no. It's over for you.
I know when they're gonna kill the Zerg, Puppy. That's what I know.
I sense pain in this Zerg's future.
It's my own pain that I'm projecting onto him, but I feel it nonetheless.
And we are seeing actually Classic doing a nice job there. Just going to be avoiding those lings with the Prism, trying to get that out undetected. I'm not sure if Rex has scouted the Robo. I'm sure he must have seen at least the Robo. Or scouted the Robo Bay.
Yeah. He dipped in and he saw the robotic space, so he knows the same opener for the most part is coming. Oh my god, we have a transition into Sky Toss! Double Stargate!
Wow. Paddy Mac, hello? Yeah, we see. We see the double Stargate going down right away, and +1 air being started up very quickly. Nice split set coming out from Rex, but doesn't manage to deny that much damage at all with 9 drones going down.
Oh my god, meanwhile the recall's in range of the Queen, but the recall goes off regardless, so both disruptors will survive. We have Colossi on the way. This time Rex did not make a swell of links to try and deny the third base, so the third is going to be up and running. And Paddy Mac is here. Oh my god.
Going double Phoenix, let's go. We're seeing the Twilight and the Forge going down, so just a smorgasbord of tech going down for the Protoss, and I think he's taking advantage of his timing from the last game to be a little bit greedy, and hopefully for Classic, Rex will not notice in time to punish it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Rex is making a Roach army here. He does have that tech available to him, but again, this does feel a little bit more defensive. There we go, a little bit later compared to the last game, but he is still going to go for that Spire.
Yeah, and interestingly, we are going to be showing the Phoenix for Classic here, so not going to be trying to catch any muta transition out by surprise. He's just going to show those Phoenix right away.
Yeah, there was an Overseer regardless, so there was going to be a Scout forced to show his hand. I guess Rex from here is going to be forced to go into Corrupted production. I would love it if from here Classic did immediately start Void Rays instead, but no, he goes the other direction. He's going for a Gateway Explosion. He's going to be committed, and +1 as well. He's committed to Ground Toss.
Yeah, we're seeing Blink and +1. We're seeing a lot of gateways going down on the 3 bases, so this might be a big 3-base timing coming out from Classic. Not really any interest so far in going for a 4th base yet, so pretty interesting opening considering as well that he's making so many Phoenix.
That's the thing, right? Like, he's made so many Phoenixes, he committed, and he got +1 air attack as well, but to still switch into Ground Toss, it's crazy, and it's unexpected. And I worry that Rex isn't going to expect it either. Right now he's droning, he's making Queens, he just finished off the Spire, he should be going into Corruptors. I worry that he's going to neglect his Roach production here, especially as more Roaches get picked off by these Disruptors.
Yeah, this is a very interesting game coming out from both players. Classic's kind of been allowed to go wherever he likes with this, and I think it is the all-in from the last game that's allowed him to do so.
Yeah, I believe so as well. There it is, 10 Corruptors are going to be on the way. Hopefully these are the only 10. Hopefully Rex doesn't overcommit. He's going to be working on +1 air attack. There we go. We have a swell of Lings on the way to help supplement this army, so at least we have that going for us. These couple of Disruptor shots have been a little bit lackluster. Oh my god!
Ooh, very close to getting a huge connection there. We are seeing those first Corruptors coming out are going to be dealing with this air army of Classic, but I think this really does play into Classic's hands. Look at the build he's going for now, going into Mass Blink Stalkers, so I think he's more than ready for this Corruptor transition, and he should be able to dive under these and get a few.
He really is. I mean, the Disruptors and the Colossi as well are going to help out against whatever supportive units are on the ground, whether they are Lings or whether they're Roaches. It looks like he wants to transition into Ling Bane, but the Baneling nest is still in the way. There is no Baneling speed, and Lings are good against Stalkers, not so much against Colossi.
Yeah, there is also a pretty big upgrade window here for Classic. His +1 finishing well ahead of the +1 melee of the Zerg.
Yeah, exactly. So his army's going to be that much stronger right now. We'll see if he's going to be able to hit that timing. He's working on +2 in charge, so maybe he wants to wait for a +2 timing instead. He's waiting to kind of repel any kind of aggression from Rex. But Rex isn't going for it. He's going to be chilling here at home, so he is going to be given time to finish up his upgrades.
Yes, it's been a very passive defensive game coming out from Rex so far, but he is starting to get towards the unicomp that he wants to have here, and these Corruptors actually going to be catching Classic quite out of position.
Ooh, exactly. The Phoenixes are going to dive on in, but the Corruptors are going to be able to take down the Twilight Council.
Wow, really nice there, denying charge. He's going to change the timings of Classic quite significantly.
It really is. At the cost of a lot of these Corruptors. We have more Corruptors on the way. I was about to say that switching to Void Rays from here wouldn't be a bad choice, especially because we do have +1 air attack. But no, for the time being, he's committed to the ground and he cleans up everything.
Yeah, he's going to be taking all of those Corruptors down, but Rex actually going to continue to create the Corrupt army. Wants to make sure that he keeps that number just to help deal with the Phoenix and the Colossus.
Yeah, exactly. He does rebuild and replenish those Corruptors just in case there was a bigger switch into Sky Toss. We have the Twilight Council being remade. Thankfully, Classic was able to hold on to his forge. It would have been devastating if that was taken down. Oh boy, but he still wants to be aggressive. He just maxed out.
Yeah, we have a big attack coming in, a bit of a warp in the main, but very good job with those Corruptors just spawning there right on time for Rex. Are going to be able to take out that Warp Prism. Meanwhile, a nice Baneling run by. He's going to get a lot of damage here.
Ooh, exactly. 11 probes are going to be going down. Nice run by. At the same time, in comes that main army. A lot of Corruptors are going to be going down. What about the Ling Bane army? Unfortunately, a lot of it was out of position in that main base, and Rex is going to be losing his fresh base. Ooh, and even some of his mining bases as well.
Yeah, Rex giving up this base as well. Does have the base finishing up towards the north there, so we'll be able to transfer these drones, and he has done a good job just establishing extra bases, getting that extra creep, so he's got a bit of a margin for error here, but he really does need to keep every base that he has left now.
He really does. Classic, he doesn't want to overextend, but at the same time, Rex wants to try and dive on top of this army. Ooh, Nova is going to go off.
Big Nova coming out there, and this is such a difficult angle to attack into as the Zerg. So many Stalkers here for Classic, just absolutely mass Stalker here, kind of crazy, but with that charge being denied, makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense here. You can't quite go into charge as much as they would want to. Banelings, they go for a massive run by once again, and they will connect with those probes.
Oh, 6 probes going down. Good warp in there just in time for Classic, though. Does deny more damage than that. And that does look like he will be able to repel Rex for the moment.
Oh my god, but the Banelings, they do head towards the southern base instead. Classic is down to 56 probes. His economy is going to be in the gutter, but his army makes up for that. His Protoss army is absolutely insane.
Yeah, this is one of those funny situations where when your economy is a little bit bruised, sometimes you don't want to kill the workers of your opponent because they can just supermax with this enormous army, and this is a giant army here for Classic.
It really is. The Novas are going to be going off as well. The Banelings aren't going to do much at all to these Stalkers, and now we just have pure naked roaches. It's not going to be enough. Sure, a base goes down. These Ling run-bys have been insane for Rex, but he could never deal with the main army.
Oh yeah, those Banelings without the +2 upgrades, it's pretty difficult for them to get enough damage on these Stalkers. Oh, it does have the +2 upgrades, but still not enough. Wow.
Even with the +2, it's not going to be enough anyway. The Lings are doing what they can, but again, that one Colossus from the start of the game stands strong. GG gets called, and Classic takes the series 2-0.
A GG Classic with some very confident play and some very creative builds as well.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Even though he did go for a robo opener both games, he did have different variations, different kind of offsets of that instead. And yeah, something that we don't see too often, I'll say.
Yeah, the robo first into double Stargate, into blink +1 timing. Very interesting way to play, but it looked very effective and was kind of able to swing Rex this way and that way with the tech changes, and eventually just brute force his way through with Mass Stalker.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, he just brute forced his way through in the end, and with that, congratulations to Classic. He will be advancing on to the quarterfinals, where he will be facing his opponent. Which opponent? I'm not too sure here. Let me quickly check. Let me quickly refresh that bracket and we can all have a bit of a gander at it.
I'm ready.
Oh my god! Mate, something crazy just happened.
The Cure one?
The Cure one, Poppy. The Cure. Of course, the Cure one.
And it's Protoss. I believe anything. No, that's a huge upset there. GSG getting a 2-0 over Cure. That is wild. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, that is actually insane. We were talking about Cure potentially making a deep run here. We were praising his TVP, but GSG coming out of left field here with a very, very solid upset to 0 Cure. Cure didn't even take a game.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. Cure, as we were saying before, a bit of a TVP specialist. So for GSG to be able to take him down that effectively, that's a huge win. And we do see GSG will be going on to face Creator in the PvP. And the winner of that will be facing our little branch over here of the bracket in the semi-final.
Ooh, exactly. It should be Hero, but upsets have already happened, right? If Jaishi can take down Cure, Blue Ming could take down Hero as well. Anything is possible in these ESL weeklies. Yeah, I'm just I'm still just trying to wrap my head around that result. Meanwhile, unfortunately, Jerry was good enough to take a game off a fork, but not enough to take the series. Not Super Jerry.
Not Super Jerry, just regular Jerry today, unfortunately. So we will be seeing most likely Beyond against Gumiho going into that quarterfinals.
Yeah.